Hello. Hello there! It's Daniel here. Even though I started this video kinda enthusiastic, today was an odd day, man. Not an odd day, but we had ooh, look at this. Fucking, oh wow. But I don't know, man, my BF is getting higher, man. I gotta take care of that. Anyway, we had a breakfast, a special breakfast there. And it was fun, like my manager talked about the things of performance and it was more like a relaxed type of thing, type of conversation like with everybody. And I mean, actually I got way more like anxious, not because of, like she didn't like she wasn't her intention, like I could see that. She was, kind of more giving a motivational speech, and I'm like, fuck, man, because she's right, like we're all numbers, but like not just for the sake of the company, but for ourselves, right? Like if you don't hit the quota, that at least like I have a target to hit. Like if I don't achieve that, like what's the point, right? What's the point, you know? So yeah, what's the point? Know what I mean? Um. Uh, but yeah. Anyway, I was just thinking about a proposal that I did, and yesterday I had a sales call. It was very shitty. I kind of did the connection phase. I said the frame, but I didn't do the current situation. No, I kind of like one question saved me. Like, what has changed recently for you to start looking for other ways to get X, Y, Z instead of just doing Y? and and like I ended up like getting to know later. Uh, Getting to know. Uh, no, I ended up knowing later that actually he was more into like the vacation type rather than like the investment type. It was a facade that the guy didn't even know, and I was like, huh. He was very interested more in the part of like the being able to exchange the weeks, for other places. And I was like, you know, and that was really interesting. So I focus more on the future pacing but like, again, man, I have to take the consequence. Otherwise, there is not going to be any urgency, And like, honestly, because he said like it's just me and my wife, and not like I was expecting a partner objection right there. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be it. And then he was like, yeah, I need to think about it. But like financially, like it works perfectly. He was like, even like the full amount, like 25K. Okay, it's more like and then like he bullshit. He was like, yeah, no, I just need to organize and no, but he said like it works. He just need to organize and you know he wasn't sure of it. Um, like I noticed that my explanation, like I don't know, like if my explanation is good or like if the guys, if the pro, because I'm getting like very sophisticated buyers. Like they're very like, you can see by the way they portray themselves like that. They're very like they know how to articulate their thoughts, and also the they're eloquent. Like more, yeah, like the last three guys No, yeah, actually, this guy of today, yesterday, yeah, that was like my shitty one, but and then like all like 4 or 5 guys, they were all like sophisticated and I was like, huh, interesting, right? And like honestly, I feel more comfortable talking with those type of people because like they're straight to the point. Like, just tell me. No, but like I have to get the tangible and the emotional driver, you know. And I failed to get the consequence, the emotional driver. I got the tangible of like how much to travel more. I'm just traveling like 2 times. I'll like be traveling more. And but I didn't get the emotion. Say, yeah, that would be cool. But like, why? And then I didn't get the consequence. Like, what's gonna happen if for the next 5 years, like you're not able to, like the prices of the places that you're gonna be in, like end up like just getting higher and higher and higher, and then you might have to like cancel a few trips or do less trips or just do trips, but like not like good places like a resort. Like what happens then? That would suck. Why is that? Okay. And how would that affect you specifically? You want to change that? And then I just watched this video of like a calculator. Using a calculator like just to get the number. Like how much are you currently investing in vacations? This much. Okay. And this is per trip. Yes, per trip. Okay. And like how many times are you traveling during the year? 2 times. Okay. So let's say they spend like 10K, which is like reasonable, right? 10K, good place, 1 week. So you're doing this 2 times a year. Yes, so it's 20K you're spending. Yes. So, and how long have you been doing this? Okay, for the past like 10 years. Okay, so you already spent like 100K. Okay. And like I guess like from that the all that money, besides of course, you have the memories and everything, but like of that money, did you did you have some type of return of that? No. And I guess like do you feel that like moving forward, the prices that they're gonna get higher or lower? Higher. Okay. So in that case, then like I guess do you want to settle for that even though you don't have to? No, no, I don't want to do that. Why is that? Why not just do like everybody else and just let life get in the way? No, no, no. Like do something like this, you know. And I mean, like last time that I had a call was actually. Let me check. I'm curious. Let's see. Last time that I had a call, like was what? Like wasn't even a proper call because the guy said like I'm not interested. Like right, not right from the get go, but like after 10 minutes. Because it's not ready. The investment is not ready, and then like the project, the resort is not ready. So because of that, the guy was like, no, and then he hop off the call. But again, you can see the guy like he already had like fractions of timeshare, you know, so he was sophisticated. He already know the thing and everything. So like, yeah, yeah. Last time that I had a call, fuck man, was last Friday. Today is Wednesday, man. So that's Friday, and then there were like the weekend. But actually, like, it was on the 11th, like that I had like a real sales call. Like, yeah, that was on Tuesday. Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday, and then like I had like one call, but the girl wasn't qualified. Then this guy, that was on Friday, so Monday, Tuesday, yeah, man, yeah. Like so far, I had like 6 calls, 6 like proposals and shit, which is slow for me, you know, slow. And I have one for tomorrow. But let's see with this guy. Well, he didn't give me a partner objection. That was what I was expecting. Like I'm not getting them to commit to that point, you know. It's like they want to do it, but they're kind of afraid. Like they had because this guy had the money. He has the money. But it's like yeah, I need to organize the finances. Like he has the money. And like even this like 25K, like it's not a problem. So I just need to organize it. And like that's bullshit. No, and that's because I didn't create enough urgency because I didn't do the consequences and I didn't like I kind of future pace him out, but like not to that point, and also I didn't do the consequence, man. Because of that, there was no urgency. So like chances of me closing him, very low. I would say like 10 at max 15%. And like even if I close him, that was a shitty call. And yeah, man, man, I'm really like demanding a lot for myself, man. And I don't know. I don't think that's helping me. But also, I cannot stop, right? At least I don't know how to stop. Um, yeah, man. The work needs doing, and the thing is, like, the works like it doesn't matter how much you work on your goals. The work, it's gonna it's gonna affect you more than the way you're gonna affect the work. The work affects you more because it changes your identity, and because that's what I'm saying, man. Like now, doing like 200 dials is not that much. Like really, really. Like today, like I lost the whole morning because of the happy hour and like, the breakfast. But like I did 224 dials. So like, and that was only on the, like, that was only on the afternoon shift, and also I I didn't have lunch, but I practiced my script, during the lunch break. So actually, um, that was like not even 1 hour, and then like that was like what, like 1 hour, 1:30. Was that like wasn't even 4 hours? Wasn't even 4 hours of actual dial, and I did 223 dials. So like, not that much, man. Like it's not. No, it's really not that much. It's not a problem anymore. No, the thing is like my guess is the leagues because like they're not running the campaigns, and still I did like 6 calls. Like and everybody's not doing that much of calls. So yeah, man. Yeah. And then I talked like with this rap, like we started together, you know, and I'm getting a little worried, you know, and it's just not gonna help me, man. It's not gonna help me. The work needs doing. That's the only thing that I know for a fact. Like it's not only working hard, but like working smart as well. You know, and like train, and I need to train more because like I practice like, thankfully I practice like, I practice my script, the questions and everything, and like the actual call was, beginning was shit, and the beginning is probably the most important part of the call. But like I did it. I set the frame. I did a brief like connecting phase. I did the future pacing, you know. The closing, like it's not like I have to tighten up, tighten up the closing part. No, doing the actual closing, and then I didn't even like got into like the objection handling because I didn't create enough urgency. But I didn't even try. That's the shit. You know, there's a lot, man. There's a lot to improve. So yeah, man. I'm not. I'm be honest, man. I'm not satisfied. And like it's not because like yeah, of course, like we're not getting any leads. Yeah, yeah. Like there's still opportunities, man, because like there are like old leads that literally no one even talk with them. Of course, there are some guys who like, I'm not interested anymore. Fine, but like there are leads who are qualified. Like this guy, he was like from like 2 months ago, something like that. And you know, 2 months ago, no one talked with him. Extremely qualified guy. Had the money, can afford the thing. Finds interesting that the option of like exchanging weeks. 2 months ago, 1 month ago. So there's actual. Of course, it's more difficult to find those people, and you have to dial more. And of course, freshly, they're the best. But like the work needs doing, man. You must improve. That's it. You must improve, man. So yeah, man. That's it. Let's keep moving forward. Let's conquer. Bye.